Investors, did you know that the watch market is a global $31 billion market? That's right, the market for buying and selling used Rolex watches, Patek Philippe, Richard Mille, all that good stuff is $31 billion. And major celebrities like Tom Brady, Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, they've all been investing in the space, as has one of the world's richest men, Bernard Arnault, the guy who runs Louis Vuitton, LVMH, as has Bill Ackman, one of the top hedge fund superstars, multi-billionaire, and I can go down the list. And now, for the first time ever, you can get your piece of the action. That's right, you can get a piece of the action of this $31 billion market with a 2-cent stock I'm going to be sharing with you here in this video. The company is actually New World Solutions. That's right, New World Solutions. That's the parent company. They own a company called Dial Market. The stock symbol is NEWS, NEWS in Canada, REGRF in the US. I'm going to give you all the details later. But let me tell you, first of all, what is the incredible opportunity here? So first of all, in case you don't know, my name is Jack Marks. I literally wrote the book on 10-bagger stocks. That's right. It's a #1 bestseller on Amazon. And in this book, I teach you how you can find stocks that go from 10x to 100x or more. Now, over the course of my career, which is 25 years plus, I've introduced investors like you to countless stocks that increased between 10x and 100x, actually 300x. That's right. We had a stock that went from $1 to $387. That's the stock is called Ackman today. It was $1.50. It was around $1.50. Went to $387. But you know what? You know what's crazy? I'm going to be telling you about this 2-cent stock. And the last time I got involved with a stock this cheap, it was a nickel stock a couple of years ago. CBDT was the symbol, and that went from a nickel to $2.50 in 4 months. That's right, it went from a nickel to $2.50 in 4 months. Now, can that same type of thing happen here with NEWS and REGRF? That's, again, those are the symbols of the stock. I don't know. But you know what? I tell you what, it has a lot of very similar characteristics. Now, again, when I wrote this book, it gives me my system for, what do you need to look for in stocks so you can have the odds stacked in your favor. Guys, the number one rule to making money with these stocks, to getting rich, is not to lose money, okay? And to have the odds stacked in your favor, okay? Now, let me tell you why the odds are stacked in your favor with this company. Again, it's all based on, the 10-bagger blueprint. Again, get the book on Amazon, 10-bagger blueprint. But here we go. Number one is you're getting in at the ground floor. You got a dirt cheap $2 million valuation. Number two, you got a beautiful stock chart. Again, one of the things I talk about in the book is the stock charts, because charts don't lie. That's right. So we got a beautiful double bottom formation. Breaking out of this double bottom, it's breaking out of the 50 to 200-day moving average. Again, we're doing this video. This is what? This is September 25th, around this time. So again, if you're watching this video 6 months from now, I don't know, the stock could be 25 cents, 50 cents, could be zero. I don't know. But today it's about 3 cents right now, US, roughly. So you get a beautiful chart pattern formation. You're getting it at the ground floor, and you have multiple catalysts for creating that massive upside for the stock. Now, what does the company do? So let me explain to you the business. So Dial Market is a content, commerce, and community. It's a kind of a 3-part system, right? So right now the company has, they got content, they got a site called Watch Reporter, they got websites, they got email newsletters, social media, all that stuff. It's content for watch enthusiasts, serious watch collectors. And you know what? If you watch some of their videos, if you will go on the channel, you're going to see that, hey, the people in that audience, by the way, there's 18,000 members in that community between the YouTube, the Instagram, email list. There's about 18,000 members in that community. By the way, these are heavy hitters, okay? These are not guys who wear, basic, $10,000, $12,000 watches like this, right? These are guys who have, $500,000 collections, $1 million, $2 million, $5 million watch collections, serious watch collectors. Now, of course, we do have a bunch of, regular guys like you and me, right? But again, we got 18,000 people in this community. Now, again, not all 18,000 have $1 million collections. There's a large percentage, right? So you're going to see that this is a serious audience. Now, what's going to happen is this, right? So the company has the content, they got the community. Here's where the money is going to be made. The e-commerce is going to start probably in the next 30 days, right? So what Dial Market is going to do is, excuse me, I'm actually the chairman of the company, okay? So not only am I doing these videos, all of a sudden, my background is in the stock business, the capital markets business. But when I saw this incredible opportunity, the watch business, I founded this company, and I said, wow, this is an incredible opportunity to take a company public. This is the first ever, that's right, this is the first ever public company, and this is the only pure play in the watch business. All right. New World Solutions right now, that's the name of the parent company, is the only stock available on the market which gives you, a pure play on this, $31 billion watch market. That's right, this is the only game in town. Now, I came in as the chairman of New World Solutions. I'm the CEO of Dial Markets. So anything I'm telling you here is technically it's insider information. That's right, you guys are getting illegal insider information right here. And again, everything I tell you should be taken with a grain of salt. It's not investment advice. It can be considered issuer sponsored content, all that good stuff, okay? But let me tell you how the money is going to be made here, okay? We're going to turn on the e-commerce in the next 30 days, sometime in October, just in time for the holiday season. That's where all the big money is made, in the holiday season, in the fourth quarter, right? That's like, a huge part of the business. And I believe that, we can get a percentage. I would say, let's say 5% of those 18,000 that we have in the community to become customers, buying and selling through us. Now, what is that 5% worth? I believe it's worth at least $10 million in the first year. And by the way, the value of the audience is growing, the community is growing. So this is like, we're only, what is this, September? We're only about 9 months into this. This is like a new company for the most part, right? So it's all upside from here. So here's how this stock can go from where it is right now, which is around 2-3 cents, to possibly $2 or more. That's right, 100 bagger. I know you're gonna think, oh, it's exaggerated. No, I'm gonna tell you exactly how it can happen. So, number one is, got flies here. So we got this 18,000 audience who are, they're enthusiasts. They're, people who are very engaged with our community, with our channels, all that stuff, and they trust, the advice we give them. And there's like a relationship, not with all 18,000. Obviously, it's different. But again, if you watch some of the videos, you're going to see we have guys who have $100,000 collections, $1 million collections, $2 million collections. Maybe some guys just have one Rolex or two Rolexes, right? But let me go through these numbers. All right, so this is about $200 million in total, and I'll go through the math later. 5% of that, I believe, could become customers in the first year. That's $10 million in revenues, okay? Now, what is that worth for the stock? By the way, we don't have to do $10 million in revenues for 12 months. We have to hit a run rate of 10 million, meaning that, we'll start out in October. We might do, 50 grand in the first month in business. We might do zero. I don't know. I have no idea. It could be 100,000. It could be a million. We don't know, right? I think it'll actually, I'm not going to say, but basically we can go from, 0 to 10, 20, 100,000, whatever it is. But the goal is to exit 2025 at a run rate of 10 million, meaning sales of about $750,000, $800,000 per month. So if we hit $800,000 a month by December of next year, that's considered a $10 million run rate, and I believe that the stock could be valued at 10 times sales, okay? Typically, high growth, hyper growth companies are valued at a multiple of 10x or even more. I've had examples much more. This stock could be worth, again, the company could be worth $100 million. Again, you do the math, 10 million times 10 is 100 million. Let's say the number of shares outstanding is 200 million, so that would give us, that is, I just lost track. We got 10 million, 100 million divided by 50 cents a share. Sorry, I got what's happening is, just I'm walking, and all of a sudden, I don't know if you can see, the water is coming up very, very close. I got me a little bit, off. Anyway, so we're talking about 50 cents a share. So there is a path for this thing to be 50 cents a share if we get to a $10 million run rate. Now again, let me just put 100 million. Yeah, that's 50 cents a share, right? If we do 25 million of revenues, right? 25 million would give us a $250 million valuation, and that would be over $1 a share, right? So you can see how these numbers go. By the way, I think, oh my God, these are huge numbers. How could you? No. These are small numbers in the watch business. There's like small guys who are doing 10 million plus. These are not big numbers. These are small numbers. Okay, these are rookie numbers I'm telling you about. Okay, these are very, very low numbers. This is not anything to brag about. I think ultimately we can get this business to 100 million plus. It might take a couple of years. It might take 3 years or more. I mean, I know businesses that have scaled that fast in the watch space. They went from 0 to 100 million. It took maybe 4 years, 5 years. Could happen, right? 100 million could be valued at $1 billion. Do the math. That could be a $5 stock if you have the same number of shares out, right? So you can get it right here at 2-3 cents, and you can make potentially, I hate to say this, but over 100 times your money. I know it sounds crazy. Oh my God, this guy is like some penny stock promoter or whatever it is. No, it's just simple math, right? Now, here's the thing. We're putting together the team right now. We got news coming out. We got things happening, and it's going to be very, very exciting. So what you want to do is you want to put the stock on your watch list right now, and follow along. Because look, this may not be the right time for you to get into the stock. It may not be the right time. Maybe you want to get in when the company is more fully developed, and I don't blame you. You may want to get in when we're showing, 100 grand a month of revenue, 200 grand a month, when there's traction, as they say in venture capital. I don't blame you, okay? But here's the thing. If and when we're showing 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month in revenues, the stock is not going to be 2 cents. I promise you that, okay? I know technically you're not supposed to, make predictions or whatever, but I can assure you, the stock is not going to be 2 cents or 3 cents if we're doing 100 grand, 200 grand a month in revenue. So, well, maybe I should, listen, you get all these, the company's listed in Canada. You get all these Canadian regulators. It's like a nanny state. They're really, guys, it's like, avoid the Canadian markets. If you're going to take a company public, don't do it in Canada. I learned my lesson now, okay? USA only, USA freedom, okay? Now, so yeah, I'm not saying that the stock is going to be high or whatever it is, but if we're doing 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month in revenue, the stock probably would be, I'll tell you where it could be. That would be 10 million valuation. So, what are we at? 100. So I think it could be about 25 cents, 20, 15, 10, 15. I think there could be some pretty serious excitement. There could be a run to 15 to 25 cents. Yeah, I think that's what could happen. If we go from 0 right now to, let's say, we do 100 grand a month in, December, I think the stock could go bananas, okay? Because right now nobody expects anything, and that's the time you want to get in. Guys, that's the other thing. Again, if you read my book, 10-Bagger Blueprint, I'm not trying to sell your book here. I'm not making any money on these books. I'm going to make, $2 if you buy the book? I want you to read the book so you get educated, so you understand when to get into these stocks. You want to get in at the ground floor. You don't want to be chasing the stock when it's already trading at $1. If it goes to $1. You don't want to be getting in at $1. Maybe it goes from $1 to $5. You don't know. But here's the thing. You want to get in here where people have doubts. There's fear, there's uncertainty. That's the opportunity. The fear, uncertainty, and doubt creates the opportunity. People are saying, oh, it's a scam, it's a penny stock, oh, it's this, it's that. This guy, I don't like the way he looks, I don't like this, that. By the way, listen, guys, I've created over $1 trillion in wealth for investors like you over the course of my career, okay? I've had stocks. In the last couple of years, we've had 12 stocks I've given you that increased again between 1,000 and 5,000%. We had that 50-bagger, that 5,000% increase with CBDT. We had a 2,000% increase with PKK. We had a 2,000%. That's right. People made 20 times the money with CYDY, which that turned out to be a bit of a fugazi. It was a biotech thing, but the stock did go from, I think it was 30 cents to. Wait, from 30 cents to 7,000? I don't know. It went up like 20x. It was a huge, crazy run. And, countless other stocks doubled, tripled. Listen, if a stock doubles or triples, I don't consider that a success. I think it's a failure. You know why? Because, and again, I talk about this in my book. If you're buying these penny stocks, you got to go for big wins. You got to go for, serious, meaningful stakes, right? There's got to be a 10x or 20x upside. Why? Because it's such high risk. It's like public venture capital, okay? Read my book. I talk about this. 10-Bagger Blueprint on Amazon. I talk about this in the book. if you're taking these massive risks, the rewards have to be commensurate, right? So if you're taking a risk in a penny stock, your upside should be at least 10x. If it's not, if you're just going to double, you're going to lose money long term because, you know, a lot of these things go to zero, right? You know, not right away, but, you know, it's very high risk. You know, most venture capitalists, they only have one win out of like 20, 1 out of 20, 1 out of 50. But when they do hit, they make, you know, 50, 100 times their money on an investment. Now, hang on a second. I wrote some notes. Let me see if I have some other things I want to tell you. Hang on a second. There's a lot to talk about here. Yeah, cheap. Okay, the valuation is cheap. Ground floor charts. I mentioned that. Catalyst. That's right. E-commerce. Okay, so again, put the stock on your watch list. As I was saying, again, you may not want to get in here at 2 cents. You may want to get in once we have revenues, but you know, once we start announcing revenues of, you know, 50 grand, 100 grand a month, you know, 200 grand a month, potentially, again, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if that does happen, I think the stock is going to be, at that point, is going to be trading a lot higher. It's going to be maybe, I don't know, 10 cents, 15 cents, maybe 20 cents. I don't know. Could be. If we have those numbers. So, but it still makes sense to get in at those prices. Why? Because that's still the early part of the growth stage. Again, there's one other concept I want to tell you about, which is called the 10-bagger window. Again, if you read the book, I talk about it. The 10-bagger window, what is this? Well, that is a moment where where all the money is made in the stock, okay? That's when you have all the growth, all the excitement, and usually, if you look at any stock chart, I don't care if it's Google, whatever it is, right? There's usually almost a period of like 6 months or 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is, where a stock just goes bananas, right? Usually stocks are just going sideways. They're usually just, you know, fluctuating. They fluctuate, right? But then like, there's a moment where all of a sudden they go bananas and they can go up 1,000% or more. Why? What has to happen to create that? Well, you have to have catalysts line up. Either there's a stage of hyper growth, there's a hot theme, or whatever it is. There's multiple things. Now, this company, New World Solutions, NEWS in Canada, REGRF is the symbol. In my opinion, we're in the 10-bagger window right now. I should say we're entering the 10-bagger window right now, meaning there's going to be a lot of news flow, a lot of catalysts, a lot of things that can really make the stock explode. For example, that's why you should put this on your watch list, because the real money that's going to be made with the stock, I believe, again, my opinion only, is going to be the next 18 months, okay? The first 18 months, that ground floor is when the big money is made. After that, things will probably level off, meaning, you know, if I'm if I'm right, if things go according to plan, you know, this could be a $1 plus stock or more, you know, in the next 12 months, okay? Then it might consolidate for a year, then $2, whatever it is, you know, go potentially, I don't know, if we hit, you know, 100 million in sales, well, obviously, you know, it could be $5 stock or more. Look, my goal is to get this on NASDAQ. My goal is to get the hell off these Canadian exchanges, this penny stock garbage, and go onto NASDAQ. That's my goal. Okay, that would be a nice accomplishment. I'm doing this stuff a long time. I've never actually been involved in running a public company. I've been promoting these companies. I've been consulting to countless CEOs. I've given them, you know, training on market stuff, but I've actually never run a public company. Well, technically I'm the chairman. I'm not the CEO, so I'm not running it, but, you know. So you guys understand what I'm saying. My goal is really to, you know, get this on NASDAQ. My goal is to make this 100-bagger. That's my personal goal. I'm not saying it's, again, I always want to preface this because, you know, these Canadians are crazy, right? Yeah, I'm not saying it's going to go to 100x. I'm saying my goal, my personal goal, is to make this stock 100-bagger. Okay, full stop. That is my personal goal. And you know what? Every public company CEO, that should be their goal. Okay, and I actually I've taught a course for public company CEOs called 100x CEO Academy, where, you know, I say, look, this is what you should be focusing on, is to create shareholder value. Because look, you know, if you're running a private business, your focus should be on, you know, profits, right? If you're running a public company, your goal should be to make the shareholders rich. That's right. Your goal should be 24/7, 365. What can I do to make the stock go up, to make the shareholders rich? Because you're working for the shareholders. I'm working for you. I am working for you, right? This is not, you know, who knows what I'm stepping into here, but yeah, so I'm basically working for you. My goal is to create massive wealth for you because, you know, the stock goes up, I'm going to make a lot of money and you're going to make a lot of money. We're going to make a lot of money together because I own the same stock you own, right? Actually, you're in a better position because technically I can't sell my stock. Well, it's very difficult to sell stock, and basically there's almost no way for me to be selling stock for at least, I think it might be a year. And yeah, and I'm not selling at these levels. My goal is to, you know, get it to at least $1 plus. Again, my goal, not saying it's going there. Okay, you guys get the picture. Anyway, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Get my book, 10 Bag of Blueprints, and here's to your 100X.